480 BC. The pass is narrow enough that sound arrives before sight, bronze striking bronze, sand grinding beneath sandals, the low hum of thousands of men breathing in rhythm. Ahead of you, the land tightens into a corridor of rock and heat. On your left, a wall of stone rising sheer and unforgiving. On your right, the restless edge of the sea. There is no space here for maneuver, no room for retreat without being seen. Only a strip of earth where armies must meet face to face. And down that strip comes an empire. The Immortals. They call them air proof that resistance is temporary and submission inevitable. They have marched from the Indus to the Nile. They have crossed deserts and mountains. Cities that defied them now speak Persian. Kings who mocked them now kneel. Behind them stands Xerxes, great king of kings, ruler of lands so vast that the sun never sets on his authority. He did not cross into Greece to negotiate. He crossed to erase a humiliation his father never forgot. And waiting in the heat of Thermopylae are 300 Spartans, not farmers pressed into service, not reluctant citizens dragged from their homes. 300 professionals raised from childhood for a single purpose, to hold a line and never break it. By every measure of arithmetic, this should not be a battle. It should be an execution. 10,000 Immortals alone against 300 Spartans. And that does not include the rest of Xerxes' host. Tens of thousands more pressing behind them, filling the horizon with shields and spears. The ground itself seems to tremble under the weight of numbers. But Thermopylae is not a battlefield chosen by chance. It is a choke point, a mistake for any army that relies on size. The Persian strength has always been movement. Open plains where cavalry can sweep the flanks, space where archers can darken the sky, room to envelop, surround, and crush. The pass narrows until only a handful of men can stand abreast. Numbers become spectators, and discipline becomes destiny. The Spartans do not wait in chaos. They stand in formation, shields overlapping so tightly that no daylight breaks between them. Bronze pressed to bronze, 8-foot spears angled forward in layered ranks. The front line does not fight alone. It is supported by the weight and balance of every man behind it. When one tires, another steps forward. When one falls, another seals the gap. They are not 300 separate warriors. They are a single organism. And they know something the Immortals do not. They know they are already dead. Before Leonidas marched north, the oracle at Delphi gave her warning. Either Sparta would fall or a Spartan king would die. There was no third path, no compromise. Leonidas chose to interpret prophecy as instruction. He selected men who had living sons, men whose bloodlines would not vanish with them. He did not march to win. He marched to hold. Xerxes waits 4 days before attacking. He cannot believe the Greeks will remain. He expects them to see reason, to see the scale of what approaches and dissolve. He sends envoys demanding surrender. Lay down your arms. Accept Persian friendship. Live. The answer comes back simple and unadorned. Come and take them. It is not bravado. It is policy. When the Immortals finally advance, they do so with confidence earned from decades of victory. Their armor gleams. Their formation is tight. They have faced rebels and kingdoms and ended both. The Greeks are few. The outcome appears obvious. The first ranks enter the narrowest section of the pass, and the world changes. They expected panic. Instead, they meet stillness. They expected shouting. Instead, they meet silence, broken only by the synchronized impact of shields locking into place. The Persian front line collides with a wall that does not yield. spears thrust forward in disciplined rhythm, not wild jabs, but calculated strikes aimed at throat, thigh, face. The Immortals push, but pushing is useless when there is nowhere to expand. Every thrust deliberate, every step measured. They are not trying to impress history. They are trying to exhaust an empire. By the end of the first day, the Immortals have learned a brutal lesson. Immortality is a title, not a shield. But Xerxes still has time, still has numbers, still has the sea at his back and the weight of Asia behind him. The Spartans have only rock, discipline, and a king who understands that holding a line is different from winning a war. And the pass is about to reveal which matters more.